Hey guys, so welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today, a lot going on. So this week has been kind of a up and down week emotionally because snowing still a lot. I think we're just making up for the last couple of years of not really getting a lot of snow, and it's annoying. Work. You know, in the middle of all of this, my work schedule I don't know what's going on. Plus, my camera is doing something funny. It's going back and forth in, light, dark. Don't know why it's doing that. Hopefully it stays like this. So, sorry about the lighting and, I don't know, my camera. Anyway, so, reading a lot. Reading multiple stuff at a time, too, which I normally don't do. So, let me go into what I'm reading and also some other stuff that's going on. So, I finished The Secret Life of Four Wives, also known as The Secret Life of Baba CG's wives. I'm going to leave my thoughts at the wrap up where I usually do at the end. But if you see the smile, you get an idea how I really felt. So yeah. I also started The Secret Lives of Church Ladies, and I've only read 3 stories so far. I still got 6 more. I think it's 9 total. And I really like the third story I read, which was Dear Sister. I think it's called Dear Sister. Sorry guys. Yeah, I don't feel like it. Dear Sisters. And the stories are like, normal black folks shenanigans. That's what I'm getting so far that happens to go to church. That's what I'm getting. Well, we'll see. But you know what? I gotta get to the index because there is, yeah, I guess I was correct, Dear Sister. There's When Eddie Levert Comes. I don't know why, but I'm like, I want to know what's with that one. So I can't wait to get to that. So I'm excited about that. And we'll see. Then, of course, I'm going to continue this. I haven't read anything yet. But I'm going to continue and get at least 2 more of the essays out of this one. In this vlog. And then I started this, but I don't think I'm going to finish it in this vlog. But this is There's Confusion. Jessie Redmond Fawcett, the first woman in the Harlem Renaissance series. And I am only 39 pages in. And it is, I think I need to correct, I said 3 women. It is not. It's 3 characters. So there is 2 female and 1 male. And this is ambitious young adults in, the early periods of the 1900s, and how things they wanted to do, different paths. You have Joanna is gifted and talented. She is the eye for her father. And what her ambition to be, she is into this musical thing, and she's also academic. You have Peter, who is come from a family who recently have separated themselves from a plantation upbringing. This loyalty that generation and generation had towards this plantation. And he wants to be a physician, and we'll see how that's gonna pan out in the story. He also have an attraction to Joanne. And then we have Maggie, who I haven't really dibby-dabby into her background story yet, as far as the role she's gonna play in the book. They really haven't, I haven't gotten to that point yet, so I'm not sure how to really even describe her or say much about her. She is, talked about with Joanne a few times, but not much. But this I'm going to take my time with because I have all this stuff I do want to finish today. This week. Also, I did pick up a romance, which I'm not going to talk about yet because this is going to be a really slow read on that one because I'm waiting for another book, and I'm doing a project with that book that I'm really excited about. And so yeah, and I've been reading a few poetry here and there. Now I did order a few books, and I've also got 2 books from publisher, which I will probably in the next clip or so I will show you guys. I will show you guys because I haven't collected the other 2 books because apparently the book is too big to fit into my box, and so I might have to go to the post office. I'm not happy about that, so we'll see tomorrow if I have to actually go to the post office to pick that up, and then I'll show you what I recently have. Like I said, 2 of them were sent to me by publisher, which is I'm excited about because I think I'm going to add definitely one of them will be for March, Mystery Madness and thriller and that all kind of stuff that I want to get into for March, but I'll talk about that later. But this is what I have so far. Have you guys been watching? Well, not watching, but actually looking at the highlights on Instagram, the pictures of Read Soul Lit. I hope you have. They're amazing so far. I love a lot of them. I love the creative thing. I love the spine poetry. That was fun to create. It took me a minute. I literally stare at my bookshelf so many times trying to come up with it, but I love it. And so go check it out to see what I came up with and some other stuff. Blog. I have been blogging, but I'm having issues with my link, and it is my host, I guess what you call, having issues with that as well. So it's not really me. So they're trying to fix it. The web designer is trying to fix it. But you can go check it out. I have a new confession chronicle, and it's called Dating Rules. I also wanted to put out another confession chronicle for Valentine's Day weekend, but if they can't fix this link, I don't know the point because I can't share it. You can go and read it, but if you try to share it, it comes out really weird in the little bar that pops up that you share. And that needs to be fixed because it takes away. And I love the photos that I did for this particular one. And there's some other photos I want to take as well this weekend. And I'm just like, no, this is supposed to be like, you know, a Valentine's Day kind of romancy post. And I'm stuck because the link situation is not working. And if you can't share, if you have a blog, you know how important it is to be able to share and have people come to your blog. Even though I'm getting the same traffic then when I do also share, because I able to post Insta stories and put it on my Insta stories, so that I think that helps, and also on Twitter. But you know, like my Facebook and stuff, and have been able to share anything in about a week and a half. So but people still have been able to come through, and the traffic on my blog has definitely increased in the last 2 weeks a lot. So people still finding me, and I really appreciate those of you who are able to you know, who stop by and visit my blog. Yoga, gotta talk about the yoga. I'm enjoying it, guys. I mean, I'm at the stage now where I'm trying to do extra and falling a lot, and that's the stage I usually used to get to. When I start falling a lot, I feel good because I'm like, okay, I'm falling a lot, but I'm pushing my body, and my body don't feel as sore now, because there's certain stretch you would do with your legs and arms that my body will feel like that, like somebody punched me, you know, by the end of the day or the next day. So I'm starting to not feel that fatigue now, which I'm appreciating. It means that my body's getting used to stretching now and working on my balance. Balance is still very poor because you know, it's been a while since I did yoga. I took a whole year off yoga. When I looked at my photos and stuff, I think I did yoga maybe twice last year. So I mean, pretty much took a year off. And you know, so you gotta retrain your body to do things that it used to be able to do freely. And also I'm out of shape, so I'm still working on that. But I love that I'm back consistently every day on working out and posting, which is like accountability situation when you post every day, because it motivates you to get up every day and to do stuff. So yeah, and I have plans for next month as well, March, and add in some more stuff. So yeah, so thanks. For I noticed a few of you have come over and watched, and liked and subscribed. Thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, there's more to come with that, and I'm going to try my dams to get this body. The goal is 30 pounds by summer. That is the goal. So I'm taking small steps, and I know I can do 30 pounds. I definitely can. But I wanted to start off with yoga in terms of getting my body and mental prepared to do more things to push my body to lose that weight. So yeah, guys, I know this first section is chatty, but you know, I had to give you all the rundown of what's going on. So yeah, I am going to get onto this journaling situation and work on a spread. Don't know what I'm doing yet. And then I'm going to cook something. Nothing serious today. I think tomorrow I'm gonna is where I'm gonna try and do something, record some food situation, and add it to this video. So yeah, on to the next, guys. So today started out rocky, guys. It snowed again. I don't understand why. Anyway, so the road was not great, so I decided to stop at the store because the road was just not too good, just to kill time, because they were actually salting and, you know, plowing the road. So you know, retail. But I got some new workout clothes that I needed, and I got some bright colors, so that will lift my mood. And I've been consistent, guys, so 11 days straight, and I'm happy about that. Also got a rack for to put my weights, which I'd relive that whole corner. I'm still trying to figure out how to organize it a little better, but it's working for me, and it's motivating me, so I'm happy about that. Didn't have to go to the post office. They were able to shove the books in the box. So let me show you what I got. It's a quick haul because it's not much. And the reason why there was an issue in the first place because of this gigantic. Look at this, guys. Look at this chunker. This is Lanston Hughes collected poems of Lanston Hughes. Meaning this is all his poems, and it is a chunky situation. And I have been going through some of them, and I will definitely share some along the way. But it's just, oh guys, this is just a treasure. Like, I feel like I don't even want to like open it, like because, you know, I don't want it to be all beaten up looking after a while, which is probably going to be because it's, you know, it's paperback. But I am going to love this. I know quite a few of his poems, but I've never owned his work, and I'm in this whole deal of wanting to own a lot of the greats. I do have Claude McCain's selected, not all his poems. I wish I had the entire collection, but I was only able to get the selective ones, and the ones that I got, all the ones that he's known for is in it. I got Edgar Allan Poe's all of his poems collection, which is in a short book, and which is ironic because he has a poem that I'm currently analyzing because it's for a book, and the poem was 4 pages. I was just like, it's the longest poem ever. But a lot of this one in here are short and sweet, which will be easy for me to like include in some of the vlogs that I like to do. You know, sometimes I do like to read some poetry in there, and I just love to get in his world of poetry. And now I have his entire collection where I'm just like excited, guys. So last year, you guys know I read his debut, which was Not Without Laughter, and I absolutely love it. But I also wanted to see what his short story was like, and I got a collection of his short story as well. And this one I'm definitely going to look forward to. What I noticed in a lot of it when I was flipping through it, there's some that's regular size what you expect from a short story, but then there's some short story that was less than 2 pages, guys, like a page and a half. And I love that. So it's kind of be creative to see how he tells a story in that less small amount of words, and still you get it. So we'll see how that works. But this is gonna be like a slow situation. Stuff like this, I want to absorb it. So it's gonna be like all year reading this and sharing stories here and there with this reading vlog. But I really am in awe of the fact that I have these 2 babies. Yes. So what publisher sent me, which was, I got this one, which is Kingston Burning. This is Rachel Ray. I don't know her, but she reached out and I thought this would be interesting for March because it is a bit of a thriller, you know, posse story situation, and this would be really good for March. So I'm excited to read this in March. And then this one was from the publisher, and this one is, it said Loud Black Girl, Slaying Your Own Lane. Slaying Your Own Lanes presents Loud Black Girls. And this is like an analogy because it's several authors that write in this, and I guess it's focusing on the writing community and what's next, that kind of thing. And there's some really good, you know, authors that I am very familiar with in this. So this I'm really going to also slow read because books like this, I like to get a grasp of each author's take on whatever topic that they're discussing in this. So this one is a nice one. I like the cover. It's very pretty and very spring-like. Guys, it's not spring yet. It's snowing every day, but I'm here for the colors. That's why I got even my workout all bright colors. So I'm here for color. Colors is gonna make me feel better. So yeah. So on to reading update. I finished this, guys. This was a quick one. This is the kind of book on a Saturday when you roll over in your bed and you pick the book up and you find that before you know it, you devour the whole entire book and didn't get much done that day. This is what this book will do to you. This is, oh my God, I can't wait to really give you guys a rundown. But what I'm going to tell you, the story that I'm still like, what the hell, the peach cobbler story still gets me. I'm like, what? Oh, and instructions for a married Christian husband. She rude. The woman rude. And then you have there's so much, guys. There's so much. This you guys know me. For all those people who had tell me that I was gonna love this, you know, my bookish friends, y'all know me because this, woo. So I also read one more story in Notes of a Native Son, and it is Carmen Joan, The Dark is Light Enough. And I like this because of how this was published, I believe, in 1995, I think it was published. Guys, I'm not sure. No, 55. What am I saying? 55, and I guess it got redone in the 80s, but originally 55. Now, what I like about this is that particular story, because Carmen Jones is a black classic that is was a pioneer when it came out. And what I like is the fact that you get this older interpretation of the things that the movie got praised for, but also the flaws in the movie in terms of how Black Hollywood was accepted because of the characters. Now you have, I believe it's Pearl Bailey that was in it, guys. I think it's Pearl Bailey. And I like how um Dorothy Dandridge was why she was accepted a little bit more, being the features, and versus the other actress who was actually much more known, and should, people felt should have played that main character role, that kind of deal. I like that he talks about it in that sense for that time period, versus us now who have experienced much more beautiful, well done, great black cast movies. For my generation, that wasn't a pioneer for me, versus for someone in that era where that was a big deal to see that many black people on TV, versus now where I have a list of movies to really analyze and to take from it. And there's been very much different roles and different changes over time from a lot of the movies set. We have the eras of we're talking the late 80s, early 90s, where there was a lot of inner city movies, and then you get to the era of a lot of slave movies. So I have a lot of things to pull from, to draw from, so to get his interpretation, because of this is the early period of Black Hollywood. I thought it was interesting, and also I thought he was fair because he did give criticism, but he also acknowledged the good things that that movie did bring about for the black culture. So I finished that one, and then I started, but I didn't get that far in, which is part 2, which is Harlem Ghetto. And I know this is going to be a little bit gritty, especially for the time period, because this is before the drug situation in Harlem back, was it the 80s? You guys know how rough that era was. So it's going to be interesting to really get his take on Harlem, the 50s, versus what I've seen in my lifetime of the changes in Harlem from the 80s to now. Very gentrified. I think he probably would have a heart attack if he saw Harlem now, because Harlem has changed. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm here, and I did not get far in this one at all. I haven't picked it up at all since I got to chapter 7. So I'm hoping to get maybe 3 more chapters into this. But like I told you, I was not going to finish it in this reading vlog. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Still waiting on Read Soul Lit book. Still don't have it, guys. So I'm a little bit disappointed with that. So yeah, I'm going to end. No, I'm cooking. Nothing fancy, guys. I keep wanting to put something fancy so I can show you guys, but the mood is just, I have ideas, food ideas, but I have not like sat down to really like get the ingredients and to do a cooking thing, because I miss doing that on these vlogs. But I've been doing basic food, guys, basic food. So with that, let me do my journal of the day. Actually, let me eat first, then I'm gonna do my journal of the day, and I'll get back to you guys. Yay, another day. Hey guys, so this is dinner, which is just some chicken that I put in the air fryer. My air fryer, guys. And I am having it with some callaloo, and I'm having rice for the first time in a while. It is coconut rice. It's really good when you put the coconut milk in it. So this is what I'm gonna eat today, and yeah, nothing special, guys. I'm working on something. I gotta come up with something for you guys. Hey guys, so I am back to do my wrap up. I read a lot, and with the snow, and I had to work an extra day this week. Yeah, yeah, got done. But I enjoyed what I read. That's the plus. I've read some really good, memorable book. I wouldn't be surprised if one or two of these books end up on my favorite book of the year so far, and so that's a good sign. So we're gonna start with the Secret Lives of the Seven Wives, also known as The Secret Lives of Baba CG's Wife. This book was so good to me. This is one of those books that could have easily went negative because of the polygamy situation. We have 4 wives and in a household. So just imagine. But what the story is really giving you is 4 women who has their own agenda why they would put themselves in a situation like this, a marriage like this. And you see how the pain of some of them were holding on to the escape that they needed to survive, and also their purpose in a group setting like this. Now, the male in this, at first you can tell he was a bit of a chauvinism, where he's a man. He got 4 wives. He has this agenda to have a certain amount of kids, that kind of deal. And when wives weren't able to do that, it became a bigger deal of them not being able to give him what he wants. But in this, these women had so much to lose that they were willing to sacrifice and do the unthinkable in order to maintain the house that they're in order to have the life that they currently have, because the alternative was bad. This was not easy read for some part, because it was very raw and very much talk about different kind of abuse, physical, mental, sexual abuse that some of these women had to endure, that was way worse than being in a polygamy marriage. So I like how the author wrote this, because in the midst of all of that is very ugly, she found some way to put humor in it, because I laughed so hard in some of these parts. Some of the things that she said, how she describes certain situations where I am hollering, I'm laughing, because she really knew. And when I thought about this, I thought about another book from, I don't know if you can see this, guys. This is God Don't Like Ugly by Mary Monroe, and she's another author that can really get you in those grimy situations of storyline and put humor in it that you can laugh. And I really was thinking of this book when I thought about some of the situations some of the women had to endure, and how you still find a way to laugh even though it's a serious matter. So this was a good pick. So Jessie over Bowtie and Book for Blackathon. I'm very happy about this one. So then I picked up a short story collection that I intended on stretching it out, but then the stories just kept going and I couldn't stop. The Peach Cobbler, Dear Sister, the one about the married, oh my god, what is it? Married, JL was funny too. I like JL, living up to that name. Instruction for married Christian husband. When Eddie Levert comes, I thought that was gonna be something different, but it was actually sad to me. It was very sad. But this book took me out. I laughed and I was just like, yes, and then I'm like, oh no, she didn't, and then I'm like, la, the girl dirty. Her requirement, her mistress requirement. Then I think about it, I'm like, some of these mistresses these days need to take her advice. Some of the dramas you hear of people infidelity issue with, and things come out. I literally thought this was done well, entertaining. I loved it. I mean, you guys were right when you said, yeah, I was gonna like The Secret Lives of Church Ladies, yeah. However, some of it felt also very realistic in terms of, heard it before, Yeah, I knew somebody in that situation. Yep. Yeah, that kind of deal because, grew up in the church. Parents who are very in the church. So, and things that I've known from childhood, things happening in the church. So a lot of this was very like, yeah, that do happen kind of response that I had. So yeah, read it. Then I went back to my boo, James Baldwin, Notes of an Native Son, and I read 4 more essays. And yeah, he struck a nerve. He struck a nerve, guys. So let me go to the index so I can go over some of the stories I read. So I already talked about Carmen Jones, and I really liked that. I liked how his take on it. I thought that was interesting. So, you heard me talk about that. Harlem Ghetto. This is where I want me and my boo need to be in the room if he was still alive, because I need him to. But I also feel like certain things that he said in this essay would probably not be the same thoughts because of certain events that had took place in the 90s and the early 2000s in New York that might have maybe had a different thought process for him in terms of some of the things that he said. It is a sticky, very sensitive topic for most New Yorkers, and I dislike the channel for that, so I'm not going to elaborate on that. But when I was reading this, I was like, oh yeah. Journey to Atlanta, it was just, I felt, I was not much, it's one of those essays where I was kind of like, didn't do nothing for me in terms of certain things that was happening. But like I said, it's kind of like a history. I felt like I was learning a little something there as far as history, but not more so where I can put myself in that situation where I'm thinking. Notes of a Native Son. Wow is the best way I can put that one. And he talks about his early life and his family, mainly his father and his relationship with his father, who was a very stern and man that he had a very not so great relationship with. And but what I liked about it is where in the he has it divided in sections and talks about his experience with racism in stores and not being able to buy or shop at a certain store, dine in a restaurant, that kind of deal, and his reaction. And he made God, I can't remember. I don't think I actually put a sticky on that section where he talks about rage and how many, if not all, black people in this country have rage, but it's just that most of us are able to control it and keep it at more of a livable, peaceful moments because of all the experience that we've at some point in our life experienced that made that rage exist, that kind of deal. I thought that was interesting. But it's his life with his family and the also the talks of church, and that was interesting as well, which he did me and Dabby in, I think, The Fire Next Time. I think that's the other book, yeah, that I read from him, where I think a lot of times, especially in that era where Christianity was the saving grace of many who were going through the early days of the civil rights movement, and it's how they use it sometimes wasn't always positive for someone who's young, who's learning, who's experiencing new things, and seeing the ugly side of this world. It was complicated. So I do like that. But I still have four more to go. And I'm actually looking forward to reading more to finish this. I'm probably going to, in the next reading vlog, finish this. But I like that I'm taking my time with this because, again, it's heavy and there's things about this that you can't just, like, zoom through. And then I didn't get that far here. I'm hoping to really focus on There's Confusion this weekend. I'm excited to see where it's going to go with this one. But the 3 characters are interesting. Like I said, it's only 2 so far that I really know. You getting more information about that those two characters. The third character, not so much yet, but I know it's coming. But it feels more like a coming of age situation, and also with the expectation of your family, and family tradition, and you know, the good and the bad, that kind of deal. So but I like that the female is very ambitious and driven and supported by a parent in this situation, where you know, kind of building her self-esteem and her desire to be certain things. So we'll see how that goes. I just feel like it's going to be a little bit, you know, not so great. But the font on this is a little small, guys. It's small. So it's small. The books look small, but it's not small when you think of the font. But yeah, guys, I am going to end this here and edit and try to do some stuff. If you are seeing this video, it should be out Saturday because it's Friday. I am going to be doing the roll on Instagram, where I'm the one that's doing the Read So Lit roll for the day. So go check it out. And it's gonna be all day. I'm gonna try to do videos here and there and photos of things that the topic. I'm not gonna tell you the topic because you gotta go check it out. But you know, it's a little tough because of my work schedule, guys. Yeah, adulting. See you guys. Bye.